Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Globin's first global live broadcast, Digital Future with Cubicost. I'm Jess from Globin International Business Department, and it's a great honor for me to be the host of today's conference. I hope you guys do enjoy the live show today and very happy to see you all online. You can always comment below under the screen to interact with us during the live show. And if you want to see the slides of today's conference, please click the dock button. So, the coronavirus has affected thousands and hundreds of people here in Globin. We care about our beloved business partner and will always be with you. It also constantly hitting the global economy, and there still potential opportunities exist in the global construction industry. And that's why we want to share the most fresh information with you guys and to help you to identify the growth opportunities. We're delighted to have everyone join us here today, and I hope you guys could take the time to learn and interact with the special speakers from various sectors we have brought here today. We also will give out some special perks for you guys. For the audiences who have accompanied us for over 1 hour, we will send out 200 free trial accounts of our Cubicost product. And you can also download the free consulting report on our Facebook and LinkedIn page, so please do follow us. Now, I can't wait to introduce you to the special speakers today. They will bring the most useful healthcare tips as well as a cutting-edge insight on the COVID-19. The first one is Dr. Shu. He is a medical PhD from Peking University and also a healthcare KOL with 2.5 million fans on TikTok. So let me connect Dr. Shu right now. Dr. Shu, can you just share us with some useful tips to protect us from the coronavirus?
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Shu. I'm really happy today to share some useful tips with you guys in front of the screen to protect you from the coronavirus. Let's start from some basic concepts here. Many people are curious about the source of the infection. At the moment, the most common source of infection is the symptomatic patients with COVID-19. However, symptomatic infections could also be the source of infection. That means identifying the infection source can be tricky for us. Meanwhile, as we are generally susceptible to coronavirus, it's crucial to take preventive measures. Some of you may wonder the transmission of the virus. Well, basically, the main transmission of the coronavirus while the respiratory droplet. So closely contacting with other people might cause the great probability of infection. Besides, it might have possibility of aerosol transmission if you stay in the enclosed environment for a long period of time. But there must be some scenarios we cannot avoid connecting with others. So in this case, how do we protect ourselves? Number 1, do wear your mask. How do we face mask correctly? When you wear disposable surgical mask, the folded face should be fully expanded to cover your mouth, nose, and jaw. Then the nose clip should be pressed to make sure your mask is fully fit to be faced. It should be noted that the disposable mask should be separated from the inside out. Do note that there are 3 high-risk areas in the office. The first place is the elevator room. You should always wear your mask when you are in the elevator. Ideally, every elevator should be disinfected once in a while, especially the bottom area. So, I still suggest people not to take the elevator often. The second place is the restaurant. Please wear your mask until the last moment you sit down to eat and avoid eating face to face, not talking with each other. Office room is dangerous as well. If you need to work in office, please keep a distance from your colleagues and ventilating your office in time. Sterilizing door handles, keyboards and mild stationery and desktops with alcohol is necessary. When you enter the home, I will also give some advice here. Firstly, household UV lamps are not safe. It's commonly used in the hospital and use at home is not advocated. If you use it at home, please protect your skin from exposing to air, as direct contact with UV lamps can cause skin burn. Therefore, to make sure your body doesn't get hurt, it's not advocated to use it at home. Instead of taking transportation, please drive to work as far as possible. Also, public transport is regularly ventilated and disinfected. It's still risky when people get in large groups. By driving your own cars, you can always ventilation on car. Please keep yourself safe and maintain health. The third advice is to do toilet disinfection frequently to avoid infection. It's recommended to clean the bathroom at least once or twice times a day. When cleaning, it's best to clean the toilet seat. Drop infectant. Remember to put up the toilet seat after finish cleaning. If you do not cover toilet seat, it may produce aerosol when scoring. Excrement contain bacteria. It can be carried into air. As we don't usually wear masks at home, it can lead to passive infections. The next advice is to make your food well cooked and do not eat raw. As the weather is hotter in Southeast Asia, you might want to eat some raw and cold food. However, it is not recommended as it can increase unnecessary danger. We need to clean and disinfect the tableware thoroughly. I recommended extending the soaking time to between 15 minutes and half an hour. Then rinse thoroughly with water to make sure the dishes and the chopped skills are clean. Some of you may wonder how to prevent disinfection at home. It is mainly divided into three aspects, including air disinfection, article disinfection, hand and skin disinfection. The first one is the air disinfection. Air disinfection is more professional. Qualified disinfectants include hydrogen peroxide, prussic acid as a high risk of it. We do not recommend use it in the room. If you want to disinfect at home, please use the following two methods. The best way is to open the window for ventilation. Remember to open doors and windows for ventilation 2 or 3 times a day with no less than 30 minutes each. If you have a circulating air sterilizer in your home, please use it in strict accordance with the instruction. The next one is to disinfect items. Please disinfect the things around you on time. Since a novel coronavirus can be inactivated at 15.6 for 30 minutes, we recommend soaking them in hot water or boiling them for 10 minutes to disinfect. You can also use cold-contained disinfectant such as 8-4 disinfectant to disinfect. The last one is to disinfect your hand and skin. Wash your hands and water with hand sanitizer or soap can help disinfect them. When you enter your home, there are still a few covers. First, take the mask off. I will display how to take off your mask correctly. Do not touch the outer layer of the mask. Remove the belt around the ears and through the mask to hard waste can. You should also place the cord in the ventilated place. Please use a 7 steps hand washing method. Be sure you open the window for ventilation. Finally, here I'll share some scientific methods to improve immunity. Please do intake high protein foods on daily basis, including fish, meat, eggs, milk, beans, and nuts. Do not eat wild animals. Please eat fresh vegetables and fruits every day and increase the amount in a regular basis. Drink adequate amount of water, no less than 1500 milliliters per day. Ensure your food types are rich and varied. Don't be partial. Diet slightly and make sure to intake enough nutrition. Don't lose weight during this time. Keep a regular work schedule and adequate sleep with no less than 7 hours per day. Carry out personal physical exercise for no less than 1 hour a day. And don't participate in group sports activities. Thank you, Jace.
Thank you, Dr. Shu. That's pretty useful. You're so popular, and the traffic increased dramatically just now, and well, some of our audience might experience some delay, so no worries, we've fixed it. So now we got many comments here, and I wanted to pick up some comments questions to discuss with you. And audiences ask if wearing 2 masks protects us more, and another one wanted to know, well, you have just mentioned the hand washing method. Could you please share us with it with more detail? Dr. Shu.
Here I'll show you guys the 7 steps hand washing methods. Step 1. Wet hands. Wet your hands and apply enough liquid soap to create a good lather. Step 2. Rub pans together. Step 3. Rub the back of hands. Step 4. Interlink the fingers. Step 5. Cup your fingers. Step 6. Clean the thumbs. Step 7. Rub palms with your fingers. The question 2. My suggestion is that only 1 mask is enough for most scenarios in the daily life, sometimes even in the hospital. 1 mask is enough to prevent the virus. Thank you, Jace.
Thanks again, Dr. Shu. Thanks for your sharing. Well, and there's also a special tips from Jess here, because the weather in Southeast Asia is getting hotter, so please do not open the central conditions, as the virus will spread in-house with calculating air from central conditioner. Well, now, I wanted to show you some other special speakers, because they're all of the healthcare tips I want to share with you guys now. And in addition to the health concern, the global economy has also faced many challenges due to the outbreak. So we have Jack Zhang here. He's an experienced BIM expert and also the management director of Globen's International Product BU. Let me connect Jack right now. Jack, what do you think of the conditions now, and what challenges and opportunities you could see under COVID-19?
Okay, Jess, thanks for the introduction. We have known that the coronavirus pandemic is currently outbreaking and has a significant impact on the construction industry. So many official restrictions, quarantine measures can lead to delays of construction's projects. We can see that we will meet big challenges and opportunities as well. Let's see the map, the coronavirus world map. As the coronavirus has spread around the world and been declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. In Southeast Asia, the number of confirmed cases across the region remains relatively small compared to the hardest hit parts of the world, but these numbers are accelerating. So it will definitely affect global economy. From Moody's recent report, we can see that the G20 economies will experience an unprecedented shock in the first half of this year and will contract in 2020. In November last year, before the emergence of the coronavirus, we were expecting G20 economies to grow by 2.6%. Let's see more details. More countries' macroeconomic have been forecasted to be downward. No matter in advanced and emerging market countries, a sharp reduction in the second quarter is inevitable. For India and Indonesia, Moody are now projecting growth rates of 2.5% and 3.7% in 2020. At this low growth rate, sharp falls in income in both countries would be likely. Like the rest of the world, Southeast Asian economy has been hit hard by supply and demand shocks. Let's see another report from CIC. Because China is the biggest economy entity in Asia, we can see a figure that if 20% of Chinese manufacturing were to remain shuttered for a full quarter, what will happen in Southeast Asia countries? Like Vietnam will be affected the most due to its high dependence on Chinese supply chain, but its sharp overall growth rate, more than 70% in 2019, provides a partial buffer. Meanwhile, the impact on the economics of Singapore and Malaysia will be more severe. Southeast Asian economies have been hurt badly for the lack of the raw materials and make China as an export market. The current outbreak of the coronavirus is also an issue of concern for construction industry all around the world. As construction contracts are being badly affected, experience shows that the contractors need to be ready to protect their own interests if disputes arise. Contractors should take action. Do nothing or hoping for the best is not an option. Let's see what have affected construction industry in China. From January to February this year, the investment in fixed assets were 332.3 billion yuan, with a year-on-year decrease of 24.5%. In terms of different industry, the investment in infrastructure decreased 30.3% year-on-year. The investment in real estate decreased 16.3%. And another figure, we can see that from January and February, the floor space started was 103.7 million square meters, with year-on-year decrease of 44.9%. Due to the dual impact of coronavirus and early Spring Festival, most real estate activity entered a relatively sluggish period after mid-January and were basically suspended throughout February. It's really hit the construction industry in China. Facing the pandemic, facing the lots of economy challenges, what can we do? The continuous acceleration of cases comes as countries around the world rush to implement emergency measures. Many countries also have banned from traveling abroad, while foreign tourists, visitors will be restricted from entering the country. What should we do? According to our experience, we have 3 tips. First, follow the national instructions, follow the doctor's advice. Second, take care yourself, take care of your family and your friends. Third, stay home, work home, and learn at home. The coronavirus outbreak is a tragedy as the coronavirus continues to spread around the world. We can see that more and more enterprises will miss their financial targets. What should be clear is that coronavirus will dramatically impact most business for months, probably years. But we also see some good signs, like this. There is an image floating around LinkedIn and Twitter asking people what inspired their digital transformation, CEO, CTO, or coronavirus. It may be a joke, but it may be good news for every company. We don't need to change everyone's mindset about importance of the digitalization. The pandemic has showcased the value of IT and the digital transformation, and the organization should use this time to accelerate the transition. A business may take on digital transformation for several reasons, but by far, the most likely reason is that they have to. It's become a survival issue. Work from home is the new norm. This situation affects many professions, including QS and cost managers. Today, let's find out how Cubicost products can help QS, consultant, and contractor successfully navigate their work remotely from home. Cubicost is quantity takeoff and the BQ suite, which comprise of several different beam-based products, TIC, TRBC, and TBQ, focusing on different needs of quantity and surveying business. All these four products together cover all the general requirement cost estimation business in the construction. Traditionally, if a QS wants to work remotely, say to continue his quantity takeoff task at home, she and he is required to carry tons of hard copy drawings, scale ruler, calculator, and a laptop back home with him and her. If you have Cubicost, you only need to have three things with you. One is soft copy drawings. The second is a laptop or PC. The third is application. It's very convenient. For Cubicost, we have three design concepts, and we also call these three highlights. Intelligent. When you have Cubicost, you will experience the power of intelligent quantity takeoff. Visualization. All your work will be initiative and visual. Checking quality and analysis will be easy and flexible. Today, I only share some features about interconnection. It's very convenient to remote work and collaboration work with Cubicost. First, it's easy to access. A product license is required to run a software. Our products are adopting cloud-based login authorization, which means user just needs to key in login email and the password to use the products. As simple as that. As it is a cloud-based login, user has the flexibility to log in anywhere they want at their preferred time with internet connection. It's like how you log into applications such as Gmail, Outlook, Facebook, etc. What about multiple QS are working on the same product? There are many ways on how QS can collaborate work and distribute tasks in Cubicost products. First, for small scale products, they can easily distribute according to the nature of the work itself. For instance, architectural work, structural work, etc. So one can carry out quantity takeoff for architectural and structural work by using TSC, while others can take off rebar by using TRBC. On the other hand, for medium to large scale products, that is more complex and involves more QS. They can distribute the work in more specific way, such as by floors or by elements. In Cubicost products, QS can carry out quantity takeoff separately according to zone, to floors, and even to elements. By doing so, each QS can work on the product simultaneously and complete their tasks efficiently. And the team leader can see better productivity in the project. To enable better work collaboration, team leader can create a central copy of the product with present general calculation setting and other related information such as axis grid line, and then store this central copy in Commonly's cloud storage so that it can be accessed by team members. QS can then duplicate the central copy and use it to carry out quantity takeoff accordingly. After QS has completed their models, they can upload to the cloud storage. After all, team leader can combine their models and manage the product seamlessly. You may wonder why it is difficult to combine all the models together. Don't worry about it. We have function to merge these models into one single product. I want to show you one case study. This is our Battersea power station in UK, which it has 5 different packages that are constructed in different phases. In this product, it involves several consultants and each of them handles one package. Eventually, all 5 package model combined to one single product in TSC. You can see how complex is the product. What I want to emphasize here is that you can do work collaboration regardless of the size and the complexity. After this, I hope you have gained a better insight on how to enable work collaboration between office and the construction site. Let's say QS has completed the module for structure element first in TSC. Do they need to redo the work in TRBC in order to get the rebar measurement? This is another interesting part. Our product not only merge models of the same application, but also it can merge models generated by 2 different Cubicost products. Okay, we've already talked quite a lot on TSC and TRBC. Now, what about TPQC? As someone this is expert in TPQC, how can they connect the quantity data in TRBC and TAIC module to TPQC? When you are opening your TSC model or TRBC module, you can connect it to the BQ that is prepared in TPQC for quantity leaking process. As TPQC also supports collaboration of work. Therefore, not only you can connect your model to the BQ, but also your team members can do the same to link their quantities directly to the same BQ. After quantity are linked to the BQ, whatever you made, changes to your model and recalculate, it will automatically update your BQ within the revised quantities. This can significantly minimize a lot of quality errors. when the model is revised. Let's show you how it works. This is a TSC model. You just click the link to the BQ and log in the BQ system. You will see the whole BQ UI in the TSC application. You just drag and drop the quantities to the BQ quantity column. That's all. It's quite easy to use. You can link the quantity easily, and it saves a lot of time compared to the mutual linking. Okay, we can remote work with TIC and TRBC, but what about TBQC? Can you user or can we remote work with TBQC as well? Yes, it is workable. TBQC is server-based software. All the files are stored in a main server. Users need to log in the server in order to access the files. Let's say the main server is in the office. If user is working at home, he or she needs to get permission from their IT admin team to connect his office VPN. Once connected to the VPN, user can use TBQC as usual, as if he is in office network. Or user can install remote work application in both office and home computer. Then they use this app to remotely control their office workstation. Both can. That's all what I want to talk about today. At last, I want to say that no matter what we met, digitalized construction must be the future of the world in a post-coronavirus Earth. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it, Jack, for your solid view. Now, we're going to pick some questions from our audiences as well. So one of them asks, as we'll all work from home now, so if the internet in our home is not stable, can we use Cubicost smoothly?
Okay, Des, thanks for the questions. Yes, our user can use Cubicost smoothly when their internet is not stable. We have some buffer strategies to support that situation. Cubicost only needs to connect to the internet when logging in the system. That's the one way. We also support another way to help our users to deal with this unstable internet. You can lend the license to the local computer for 1 week. And in this week, if you can connect to internet once, the license will extend for more 7 days. So it's very convenient for our users to use Cubicost. I think it's very good for some countries like in India and Indonesia. We know that the internet is not very good at this time. So I think our users in South Asia and all countries, they can use Cubicost at any situation. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Jack, again. That's a great answer. Yes, we're in a very hard period of time, and we all want to know how do we get through this period of time, and most importantly, how Glowden could help us do that. Now we're honored to have Kelvin Lee here, who is Service Management Director of Glowden, and he will share his thoughts. Kelvin.
Thank you very much, Jax. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you all there. This is Calvin from Glowden. Jax, to answer your question, as you know, many countries has locked down the door, but it can store Glowden to provide our service to our customer. And it can store the step on learning. So next, I'm going to bring you the third class today, Cubicost, your digital mate. Actually, today I'm going to bring you 3 question stories to go through all the content here. The first part is upgrade service to help our customer. The second part, variable section that you can miss. And lastly, I'm going to open the Q&A section to all of you. Okay, so there we go. Nowadays, we can say that no one is easy during the coronavirus epidemic. Like many of you, we in our Golden, we are also trying to do what we can to help our customer. Recently, I do many interactions with our customers, actually. They share their concern and problem with me, and here I pick some of them to share with you all. As you see, the first question is that, what should we do as an employee during this particular moment? The obvious answer is work from home. So we stay home to help our body recover from pandemic as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we work online to help the recoveries of our economic. Only if we keep working at home, then we can keep creating the value for our company. Company get the income and profit. And finally, we have our salary in our pocket. And also we can run for our family. So there is no doubt that we can see the great benefit and necessity behind. And meanwhile, we are also thinking, what can Golden provide when our customer work from home? Bringing this question, we come to our customer. Thankfully, we receive many responses from different regions, which come from Hong Kong, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, etc. Obviously, from the survey result, we can see that there's a big proportion that show the willingness to join our online training, followed by the online seminar, then online technical support, even you can see the remote project guidance also mentioned. So there's a strong voice pointing out that the change for our customer service, moving from offline to online service. And that's the reason why we are nice to upgrade our service today. And actually, based on the service principle, the customer-oriented, service-enhanced value, and win-win concepts, we upgrade our service from the mainly 3 parts. There are self-service, value-added service, and regular service. As you can see, the blue content, they are what we upgrade for you from now on. Please allow me to introduce you one by one. Like the self-service. Actually, it is one of the convenient service that we can access in 24 hours. First thing I'm going to introduce to you is that Golden online support platform. When you work with Cubicost at home, if you come across many questions that you can't face, I can feel you're nervous. Then you can try to press F1 in any Cubicost series software like TLB, TAS, TBQ, etc. to reach our help center quickly. Search a keyword to match with your answer in seconds. And secondly, like every year, we keep developing and pushing our new version to the market for better user experience or even better performance. You can come to our Cubicost website or even contact the local Golden staff to obtain the updated version immediately once we officially release the new version. So actually, I believe that you need to access very soon, believe me. What's more, it is a self-learning tutorial. Particularly, we prepare this part for your better learning and exploration on the new version. You can scan on this QR code here or screenshot it to check it later. No problem if you just read it on cell phone now. Actually, we bring step by step introducing the operation for you in this tutorial. You can learn from intelligent modeling, visible quantity checking, and flexible report as well. So enjoy it, and hopefully you will like it. In short words, we figure out the answer how in this self-service platform, and you can search so many resources for your own learning as well. I hope that it will provide a lot of flexibility for all of you to work from home. Then we have to think about that sometimes that is not enough, because even you provide a lot of help, but it may no sense if we can open the software. Therefore, in our value-added service part, we provide some practical measures for you to help you out of this embarrassment. Since we already work from home for a few days or even couple of weeks, there might be some material that you left it in the office, or even something that you buy it, then you cannot get it out, like our license. Of course, we serve based on client's need. In this moment, let's say, it is understandable that we provide a temporary license for your urgent work during this pandemic. So if you need, please strictly go contact our staff for any help. Secondly, in order to keep everyone connected for better communication and update on the new technologies, we, Golden Cubicost, will hold more and more virtual events, or you can call it online seminar, in the coming future. So like what we provide to all of you here today, we are trying to provide helpful information and also the updated insight to all of you. You may use of our resources to make you delighted and also keep you updated, so no worry. Then it comes to our regular service part, which I think most of you are familiar with, like the installation, technical support, project guidance. Yes, we will keep all these services available during this period, so no worry. The difference is that we move all these parts in digital way. So we try to connect with all of you via Zoom, TeamViewer, or Microsoft Teams, etc. But what remains the same is that our service quality and our service attitude. Yes, we say that work from home is not a long-term solution. There comes to our second question from our customer. How can we deal with the growing anxiety every day while we work from home? As per the conversation between me and the customer, he did mention that every day he frequently chats on the social media to keep himself updated in the latest news. But what he got all was about the negative information that made him feel more and more anxious. At that moment, my suggestion there is that keep less attention to what you can change. Instead, you have to put more attention to what you can change. For example, your software learning or improvement plan. So hereby, I strongly recommend our online training platform to all of you. where you can study the training course section by section. The training's content are mostly similar with what we provide in on-site training center. Stay home to enjoy the different training experience, which you can customize the course by yourself, or even you can control the progress by yourself. All the learning process are traceable in personal profile. So what's more, we provide the testing paper for your verification after you learn the course. May the score come to show your understanding. We know that everyone got your own learning curve. So our ultimate purpose is that we dedicate to provide a brand new learning experience for you to start your study anytime, anywhere. So come join us. The more you involve, the better platform it will be. Well, just now, we shared that we should put more attention on what we can change, like join the online training course. Find out what we need to focus. But the following question is that, how can we improve the working efficiency during the process? Actually, my suggestion is that you can set the learning goal under the limited time to motivate or reactivate yourself. Let's say, for example, try to get one of the golden Cubicost certificate in 1 week. Yeah, you can scan the QR code here for further information. Meanwhile, please allow me to take a few minutes to introduce this 4-level certificate to you, which contain the personal certificate, company certificate, certified trainer, and student certificate. Well, like the personal certificate, there are 4 grading for you to follow, from the basic level to expert level. Last time, I suggest the customer to get the proficient level, since he has been recognized as one of the pioneer being QS in his company. And the company certificate does a lot of help to use when you are facing a bidding process. Because nowadays, the developer requires the bidder to show their bidding capability. And this kind of certificate is really a strong evidence to attach. Then, the certified trainer are those who are qualified to conduct Cubicost training independently. And the student who joined the training course conducted by the certified trainer can obtain the student certificate. So just now, I already introduced the certificate system to all of you. Have you set that your goal to fight for while I introduce all this content? I hope so. If you do have, so in this part, I have tidied up the benefit of e-certificate for your reference. Firstly, you can access our certificate system to check your exclusive e-certificate soft copy with the unique serial number. Secondly, if your company you have a lot of projects that's in multi-international country, then the company certificate will be a lot beneficial, as this kind of certificate is recognized all over global business. What's more, there are many cases already proved that, like the personal certificate, will help you in promotion your career development. Yeah. So set your learning goal to become a competitive being QX in this current digital era. Well, so actually, this is what I have today in introducing 3 parts: self-service, value-added service, and regular service. With the help of all these kind of service, I hope, you don't need to worry about anything while you're working from home. Defending against the growing anxiety, overcome the low efficiency. No worry about this at all. all the content mentioned just now really helpful to your business. In addition, I want to emphasize that don't hesitate to reach our regular service anytime. If you want to access more resources, please come to our self-service support platform. Actually, I put the QR code here again for your notes. And if you want to learn more, of course, you can try to access either from our online training platform or the certificate system. I also prepared the QR code here for your access quickly. Please scan it and take it away. In short words, Golden Cubicost is always there to help anytime. Finally, I wish all of you a good work and good health. Thank you very much. Then, pass to Jess.
Great. Thanks, Calvin, for your awesome speech. Well, one of our audiences asked, how could we apply for Cubicost personal certification? Calvin.
Thank you for the question. I'm glad that some of you show great interest on the certificate. As I mentioned before, there are 4 levels certificate, and the corresponding requirement is a bit different. So let me make it straightforward for you. For the basic level, what you need to do is to finish the online or offline training course first. After that, you need to pass the testing paper, and then you can get the basic level certificate based on the required procedure. On the other hand, if you want to apply for higher level, pay attention. You need to apply for the certificate level by level, no skipping. Let's say if you want to apply for intermediate level 1, other than the testing paper, you need to submit the project file to prove you are enabled to finish the project independently. If you want to apply for the proficient level, other than the intermediate level certificate, the BIM technology will come to you to prove your BIM capability as a BIM QS. So overall speaking, apply for the certificate level by level, and the taxing item is a compulsory item. Of course, don't forget to submit the appropriate material accordingly. So all pass. It's our honor to have you there. So far, I think the best way to get your expected certificate is to join our online training course. And lastly, but importantly, please don't hesitate to contact our local staff for more detail due to this limited Q&A section. Thank you very much, Jax.
Perfect. Thank you, Kelvin, for your patient answer. Well, now let's get to the most exciting part, special perks. As we've mentioned at the very beginning of the live broadcast, we will send out 200 free trial accounts for the audience who have watched the live show for over 1 hour. So now, please click the survey sectors below, the service button, and you will see a QR code there. And now please scan the QR code, go to the survey sector, and fill out your user intention. For the top 2 audiences, there will be staff connecting with you after the live show. So at the very end of this live broadcast, I will extend a special thank you for every one of you in front of the screen, as well as our special speakers. In the nearby future, we will try our best to produce more greater content. And don't forget to follow our Facebook and LinkedIn page, because there will be free consulting report on our page and you can download it. And also, that's a great encouragement for us. And in the nearby future, we will produce more greater content to you guys on Facebook and LinkedIn page. So please do follow us. Well, I hope you guys to enjoy the live show today, and I hope you guys to have a perfect day. See you next time. Bye.